All right, let's dive into one of the biggest, and I mean biggest, hidden traps you can fall into when you're looking to buy an online business. And it all comes down to one little word: supplier. So you're out there, you're looking for a business to buy, and you find one. A drop shipping store that looks amazing. Maybe it's pulling in 10 grand a month, and you're thinking, wow, this is it. This is the one. But what if that perfect opportunity could actually turn into a total nightmare, literally overnight? Because, underneath all those shiny sales numbers and that great-looking website, there's often a really critical flaw. It's basically a ticking time bomb, just waiting to go off the moment you get the keys. And this brings us right to the heart of the problem, what we're calling the fragile funnel. It's this huge, massive gap between what you think you're paying for and what you're actually going to get. Okay, so let me paint a picture for you. The deal's done, you've paid the money, the seller says, okay, here's our verified supplier, and they send you a public link to an AliExpress product page, a page that anyone in the world can find. That right there, that's the moment the trap springs. And this whole situation has a name: logistics fragility. It just means your entire supply chain isn't some special private asset. Nope, it's a public URL that any one of your competitors could find and copy by tomorrow morning. You have absolutely no defense, no moat around your business. So let's be really clear here. You haven't actually bought a sustainable business. You've just paid a whole lot of money for a marketing funnel, one that could get knocked off and undercut in a heartbeat. And this is where it gets really sneaky. It leads us right into what's called the verified supplier trap. That phrase, it sounds so official, so reassuring, right? But honestly, it might be the most dangerous thing you'll see when you're looking to buy. Just look at the difference here. The seller makes this big claim, we have a verified supplier. But what does that really mean 9 times out of 10? It means they looked at the star rating on AliExpress. That's it. That's not a real business partnership. It's just a public checkout page. And here's where the risk becomes very, very real. Without an actual relationship, that supplier on the other side of the world, they have zero loyalty to you. They could jack up their prices tomorrow. They could just stop shipping altogether. Or the quality could suddenly tank, and guess who's dealing with all the returns? You are. And you have zero leverage. Now, that complete lack of control, it opens the door to the silent killer of so many online stores: chargebacks. This is where a fragile business really starts to crumble from the inside out. And it all begins with just one single fatal flaw: slow shipping. We're talking 20, maybe 30 days for a customer to get their product. In today's world of next-day delivery, nobody is going to wait that long. And that delay? It sets off a devastating chain reaction. First, you get angry customers. Then, they file disputes with their bank. Those disputes turn into chargebacks. And once you get too many of those, your payment processors, like Stripe or PayPal, they're going to suspend your account. And just like that, your business is dead in the water. Okay, so that sounds pretty bad. How do you actually shield yourself from all of this? Well, believe it or not, there is a powerful one-document solution that can protect you from this entire mess. The fix is actually so simple, but most buyers just never think to ask for it. When you're doing your due diligence, you absolutely have to demand a supplier transfer agreement. And look, this doesn't have to be some crazy, complicated legal document, but it must have these 5 key things. You need the real identity, a locked-in cost for your products, guaranteed shipping times, a policy for defects, and most importantly, confirmation that they'll actually keep working with you, the new owner. This turns a vague promise into a real asset. So here's the bottom line. If the seller starts making excuses or hesitates or just flat out tells you they can't provide this document, well, you have your answer. Their so-called supplier isn't an asset you're buying. It's a massive liability that you're about to inherit. This really just sums it all up, doesn't it? Don't get distracted by a pretty website or those big revenue numbers. You need to buy the real, solid infrastructure that makes the business work, not just the marketing funnel that's bringing in sales today. So the next time you're looking at buying an online store, I want you to ask yourself this one critical question. Are you really buying an asset with a solid, defensible supply chain, or are you just buying a liability that's waiting to collapse? Because that difference, it's everything.